Hi, today we're continuing our studies in Psalm 119. I'm going to look at verses 71 to 86. It's obvious right from the start that the psalmist is facing a number of challenging situations here. He says right away in verse 1, "My soul faints, longing for your salvation." Later on he says, "My eyes fail, looking for your promise." And later on still he says in verse 84, "How long must your servant wait?" All of us have probably had difficult times, and often we may have cried out, "How long must we wait for your help, O Lord?" July is an interesting month for me in that both my parents died in this month. And to remember my mum and dad, I had their names written in the Book of Remembrance at Manchester Crematorium. So every year on the anniversary of their deaths, I go to the crematorium, take my photograph album with me, do a little bit of praying, remembering who they were to me. It's a sad time because separation from your loved ones is always a sad time. But interestingly, if I lift my eyes from the Book of Remembrance, there is an inscription written on the ceiling in the same room. And it says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. For the Lord is good and his mercies endure forever." And it's like if I lift my eyes away from that sadness, then thinking about how God has helped me over the times of difficulty, it's a great thing to do. And I think it's exactly what the psalmist does here. In verse 92, the psalmist says, "If your law had not been my delight, I would have perished in my afflictions." He recognizes that without God, his trying circumstances would have been much more trying and could have been more disastrous as well. And I think it's a great thing for all of us to do. We all face trying circumstances, but what the psalmist's encouragement here is to lift our eyes and to look to God. Let's hope we can all do that today and in the coming days. Thank you.